Hello and welcome to Postal Flight Academy. This is Getting Started with Team Budgets. This guide goes over how budgets work in Postal. You'll be learning about what a budget is in Postal and how to adjust a budget. Put it simply, budgets are used to limit user spending. Budgets are the rules on how your funds are spent. So a budget is usually shown in the dollar format, but does not reflect the actual balance or funds available in your billing account. Budgets always show as an aggregate number in USD regardless of currency attached to teams, as you can see here. 5,000 is my budget. Disabling this budget, which I'll go to the profile menu, click on billing and team budgets. Disabling a budget will cause this budget remaining to actually reflect the available funds on hand. Let's do that now. Save. You'll notice it went down to $0. This is because it's reflecting the current balance due to there being no budget on this team. So let's define a few options that you see here in front of you so that it can help you make some decisions around your budget. First, let's talk about the budget mode. We've already shown off disabled. That means we're turning the budget off completely and that we would prefer our teams who are on this Flight Academy team here to pull from the funds directly with no limits. Pooled. All team members share a budget and each member can spend until either the shared budget is reached, the limit that's reached, or the available balance is empty. Finally, we have per user. Each team member will then have their own individual budget and they can spend until their budget is reached or the available balance is empty. This also allows for individual budgets to be adjusted. Let's just show that very quickly here. So we already have a per user budget. I'll click on manage users. I have all of our users here. I can adjust specific budget by either adding or removing and updating here. Let's say I want to add $500 or 5,000. That works. Add that budget. And now Amy here has a budget of $10,000 while the rest have 5,000. When we're thinking about best practices around budget modes, just remember that adding funds and setting budgets go hand in hand. You want to make sure that auto reload is turned on for this billing account that is attached to your team here to always ensure that your team is able to spend money. Always ensure that they have funds available to spend. Budget options are initially selected when creating your team for the first time. Budget options are initially selected when creating your team for the first time. Let's talk a little bit about budget duration. Budget can be set up monthly, quarterly, or yearly, as well as the budget amount here, which this one is currently $5,000. Now, if we wanted to change that budget, we can simply do, let's say, 5,500, hit save, and our budget amount would change. Notice here in the top right, we went from 5,000 earlier to 5,500. So I know that my budget has been changed. This also impacts all the users on this team. Again, let's click on manage users. You'll see that instead of 10,000, Amy here has 10,500 and everyone else's budget has gone up. So you can simply change the budget amount for every user associated with this team by adjusting the budget amount here. And that's getting started with budgets. Let's do a quick review. Budget modes, probably the most important thing that we talked about today. Remember, disabled means that there's no budget and team members can spend until the available balance is empty. Pooled, all team members share a budget and each member can spend until either the shared budget is reached, that limit is reached, or the available balance is empty. And per user, each team member has their own individual budget and they can spend until their budget is reached or the available balance is empty. The per user budget mode is the only mode that allows for budgets to be adjusted on an individual basis. And that's getting started with budgets. Thanks for joining us at Postal Flight Academy, and happy sending.